Hello, Epichorrorfans. JTISREBORN here along with spiderjackangel. Hey! And welcome to the final Friday the 13th film in our Horror Movie of the Week series. We're going to be reviewing talking about none other than
Friday
13th, 2009, the remake, reboot, reimagining, whatever the hell you want to call it. This movie, yeah, let's dig right into it. It was directed by, was it Marcus Nispel? Yeah, Marcus Nispel. He directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake for Platinum Dooms as well, and this time he takes a crack at Jason Voorhees. So, as a whole, I think the remake is one of the better Friday the 13th films. I actually like it more than the very original one. Maybe that because I don't. I mean, this isn't my favorite in the series. I like Freddy vs. Jason more. I like Jason Lives more, and I think New Blood, but this one, I think it's one of the better ones, except for the ending. The ending's kind of shitty, but
The ending is typical of Friday the 13th ending. I mean, that's what you have to
yeah, but it
give it
wasn't
time.
like as effective as some of the other ones.
Well, this one, from what I've heard, was supposed to be like a remake of the
First four.
first four, like the first two that came after one, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just like they just took elements from like what they liked in the first four in the
Yeah.
series,
From like
which
like
is
the
cool.
first three movies or
It's
first two movies, they just took elements from it and basically, you know, did their own thing.
yeah, I mean this one, Jason Voorhees this time is played by Derek Mears, and I think he's right behind Kane Hodder in terms of the best Jason. I mean, there's things I like about him, like he runs, and he's got the really badass feel to him. I think he's like, I mean, because Kane's been Jason more times, he's had more time to really just be grown in the role. But like, as in terms of first impact, I think in his first film he did better than Kane did in his first film. Well, wait a minute, actually, you know what? Kane did better his first film because of how much hell he went through in New Blood. But I think Derek Mears
Yeah,
plays an
but
awesome Jason.
yeah, for me, I'm not what you want to call 100% big into like who plays the Jason there all the time. I mean, some people might criticize me on that. For me, I don't care just as long as the movie's good and it has little memorable scenes here and there. Like
Yeah,
that's the only thing that matters to me. I know there's a lot of Kane Hodder fans out there, and I respect that. You know, he's really good in as Victor Crowley and Hatchet, and all that stuff.
hmm
And he's an awesome dude.
personally,
But
I can understand where you're coming from because, I mean, Jason Voorhees is still a silent killer when you come down to it. You know what I mean? It's not like Freddy Krueger where he has like a voice and a personality to really give the
yeah,
performance an edge. He's silent.
although I do have to say, probably the most hysterical thing about this movie is mostly the whole belief of why Jason is killing these people in the film. I
Yes,
mean,
Jason is killing these people because they stole his weed.
yeah, he's like protecting his stash. I mean, some people may be like, "Oh, he's just killing because he's Jason."
No.
No, like if you watch the beginning of this freaking movie, the first person who died finds the stash. The next person to die finds the stash.
Yeah, and some guy, like some old dude, he's been like on this farm forever.
Yeah,
The guy who's working for him, the guy's been there forever. Jason's never done anything to this guy until they stole his weed.
yeah.
But
Now you can argue that, well, the teenagers from that came after the teenagers at the beginning of the movie didn't do anything. Well,
well,
there he's just basically killing them.
okay.
But at the
There
same
is
time,
the. Oh, go ahead, finish up.
well, at the same time, he is basically just protecting his land, and he may think that they're after his weed. But there is the one person that is Jared Padalecki's sister in the film. That's basically Jason thinks thinks she's his mother, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You know what?
they kind of borrow that from number two. So
Something I just never got. He saw his mom, butchered and killed. Why didn't he be like, "Mom, look, I'm here"? That's what I never really got with the Friday the 13th films. If he saw it, why didn't he just like interfere, like, "Mom, I'm alive"? Son, well, I'm sorry. I must have. You know what I mean? He just has to be like, "Mom, I'm right here."
well, that's the whole reason why he killed the girl at the end of the. Well, I shouldn't say at the end. At the beginning of the second movie, he did it to avenge his mother's death.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's still really like iffy, like in terms of that connecting when you really think about it. But let's go over some of the characters. Clay is like Jared Padalecki, however you say it.
Padalecki.
Padalecki. It's pretty cool, but the character I'm gonna admit, aside from Jason, who kind of steals the show, is Travis Van Winkle as Trent DeMarco. Now let me tell you something really cool about Trent DeMarco, his character. It's the same character from Transformers 2007 because they're both Michael Bay films. They're both under Paramount. The character, same name, is Trent DeMarco. Both characters are named Trent DeMarco. They're played by Travis Van Winkle. He's driving the same car. And so, ever wonder what happened to the bully in Transformers? Well, he gets murdered by Jason Voorhees. So, coolest connection of all time. Jason Voorhees and Optimus Prime are in the same universe.
But Optimus Prime doesn't give a shit about Jason.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, how cool is that? Isn't that one of the coolest Easter eggs when you think about it?
Yeah.
It's like when Tarantino's movies are all in the same universe.
Um,
Well, maybe not Grindhouse, but
well, I know Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction are in the same universe. I know those two are.
hmm
But I'm not too sure about Jackie Brown or even Kill Bill, actually.
yeah, there's like nods to each of his films and each of his other movies, but you know what I mean. There's at least a nod or something. But
Yeah, but in terms of connecting to one, to the other, it's Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs because of the
brother,
brothers.
yeah. So I mean, those are cool connections. But the Trent thing, Jason, I think it's cooler that Jason Voorhees and Optimus Prime are in the same universe personally. But that's just me. I don't know about you, but I would love to see Optimus Prime go up to Jason Voorhees, and Jason Voorhees will be like, "Fuck you," and he just kills Optimus Prime and decapitates him.
Actually, to tell you the truth, the only way I could even see Jason killing Optimus is, and I know people are going to be saying, why the hell did you have to bring this up, spiderjackangel?
Why?
And, and it's the whole thing that happened to him in Jason X is that somehow his body, kind of reincarnated itself as a giant freaking robot that killed.
That'd be pretty sweet. Jason Voorhees versus Optimus Prime.
I mean, I know people don't like, Jason X, and I could understand.
It's the worst one.
But, there's actually a little fun fact about Jason X.
It's really stupid. You can make fun of it. I mean, it's not.
No, this is just a little interesting factor, actually. The actress that played the AI in the film,
Yeah.
the artificial intelligence, I forgot her name. I think her name's Lisa Ryder, I believe, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am wrong. But however, she played in the TV show Andromeda, and also the actress that was the human in Jason X was the AI in Andromeda, and the AI in Jason X was the human.
It's a cool little switch, but
Yeah.
yeah. So overall, let's get back to Friday the 13th, like 2009. I think it's pretty good. We still haven't had a sequel to it, but I feel like they're really fast tracking it now.
Well,
It's been 4 years.
to be fair, the movie did really well when it premiered, on Friday the 13th. Because I remember I went to the midnight showing of it. It was completely sold out, and then like the showing after the midnight showing, like the 7 o'clock or the very next day, or you can say the same day, was sold out as well. So I know it did well, but I think it just kind of didn't hit people 100% right, just for the fact that Kane Hodder wasn't in it, and
Well, I mean,
it was,
I think most people are just happy to see Jason back in his elements. But I mean,
Well,
they
one of
could have.
the
The movie
complaints
did very
that
well. It made like 4 or 5 times over its
yeah, one of the
budget.
complaints that one person said was that Jason never has really ran. Another
Really?
complaint,
That's a complaint. Look how fast Kane Hodder's Jason moved. You know what I mean? He'd like pace walk.
yeah, but like these are just little complaints that I remember hearing
I'm
after
like they gotta do
play
some new
sign.
stuff with them. You know what
And
I mean?
then like another complaint was the fact that Whiting killed the girl, that he was held captive or whatever, the girl he held captive. Why didn't he kill her and that stuff? And it was just like, well, she reminded him of his mother. That's why. And then like it was just like little things that people just kind of picked apart about the film. That I was just like,
Hmm.
I can see your complaints, but yet if you think about it in the long run, it's really irrelevant.
Hmm. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid Friday the 13th film. I'd really like to see a sequel. I mean, we really haven't gotten like our horror icons in a while. I think Texas Chainsaw was the last one, which was the first movie this year.
Yeah,
But I
and
mean, that one's pretty stupid.
well, regardless of
It's
what
entertaining, but it's really
what you
stupid.
may think of Texas Chainsaw 3, I sort of liked it because the fact that I saw the others in the series, and it reminded me a lot of like more Texas Chainsaw movie that came out in the '90s versus what's
Yeah, I was just like I was
now.
glad to see a slasher icon on the screen.
Yeah, but like you said, it was a little stupid at times, but it was entertaining, and I still haven't had you know got the time to buy it and my collection. But however, I do plan on put it in my
Getting it when it
collection.
comes out, like when it's like $5.
Uh, I would say probably when it drops down about 15. I mean, the reason being is the fact that I'm saving up for PlayStation 4. Just
Yeah, save up for all that stuff.
yeah. So there's just little things I'm saving up for, and big things. So in the long run, I'll probably get it sometime.
Okay, okay. Well, this is pretty much our horror movie of the week. Be sure to join us this Friday
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Epic Horror Fans' Friday the 13th series review. It's me, spiderjackangel, Sexy Danny Twin are awesome, and AJ Punk 15. Um, I recorded most with AJ Punk 15, but his died, so this is just kind of like a precursor. Died during the Freddy vs. Jason thing. He was computer fried, but if you want to know his thoughts, you can go to his channel. But I'll re-explain this in the review, so for those of you who don't see it. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for joining me.
I got one last thing I want to throw out
Okay.
there. Uh, just to let everybody know, um, me and one of my friends are going to be going to see Insidious Chapter 2, and I plan on reviewing it for Epic Horror Fans, if not Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So be sure to look for
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll be seeing that. I can't wait for Insidious Chapter 2.
And for anybody that's a big horror buff and just like horror films in particular, you should go see Insidious Chapter 2 to support horror.
Yes, I'm probably going to the midnight. My friend already bought his tickets. He's like, it's my most anticipated movie of the year, Sean. This is just so intense. My friend Steve Games HD.
And also, throw this out there as well. Another horror film you should definitely support if it's
You're
still in your
next.
local. Yeah,
You're
you're
next.
next.
We
Yeah,
probably should do that for next week.
yeah. It's a really good horror film. It has some original ideas behind it, and also reminds a lot of like old '80s slash
Oh yeah,
'90s.
it's very funny.
Yeah, it's like the first. I know I'm rambling on here, but to give you a hint of what it's like. The first 40 minutes of it, it's rather intense film. It's like two different movies. It's an intense movie, and then it shifts from being an intense film to being
Like a
a little bit, you know,
comedic
light
in a way.
comedic film, and then it goes from that to being like old style 80s Argento film.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
definitely check it out.
Alrighty then. Well, that's gonna wrap it up. We both like this movie, so be sure to
Yeah,
check it out. And Sci-Fi Channel is having a marathon of all the Friday the 13th movies, so definitely watch up on those, record them, whatever you have to do. Everyone. I mean, they're not exactly like uncut, but come on,
yeah,
it's time to. It's that time of year again.
yeah.
Alright, so thank you for joining me, Spider Jack. Be sure to subscribe to Epic Horror Fans and our individual channels. JTISREBORN, spiderjackangel, and you can even do it to AJ Punk 15. Don't do it to Sexy Danny 21 Awesome. Just kidding. He'll probably get mad. But he probably won't see this. But
Sexy Danny 21 Awesome. You know.
that guy.
Oh well. You get to subscribe to him.
Oh well. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.